Hello YouTube and welcome to Market Watch. Y'all may have noticed that I'm in my winter attire. Nice big jacket, nice other jacket, sweater. We have had our first snow here where I live, up in Canada, eh? Um, the snow makes me very happy. You know, you love driving down the road, watching people slip and slide everywhere, potentially get into a car accident. You know, people are just when the first snow hits, nobody knows what the fuck they're doing. You know what else has a similar pattern to that? The Digimon fucking card game market. So today we're gonna talk about the market. We're gonna talk about some things and some stuff. And if you guys like this content, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn that notification bell on the smashed potatoes. That way you know when all these amazing Digimon videos go live. And of course, we do these market watches so that you can, get some thoughts for yourself, think about things a little bit. We don't want anyone getting into any metaphorical car accidents with the amount of money they spend on Digimon cards. These market watches are intended to either maybe help you make some money or maybe find the right time to buy cards. So there you go. Let's start with the Omnimons, as always. Not too much action happening here. It seems like BT1 Omnimon is $35. Now, some person, I don't remember what the person's name is, not obviously that very important to me. They mentioned that, oh, you said Omnimon would never drop, blah, blah, blah. First of all, never said that. And second of all, it's a very good time to get this BT1 alternate Omnimon. If you timestamp this right now and you come back in, say, 10 years, unless the card game fails, you'll thank me later. Just think about that. You take that to your thought piggy bank and do something with it. All right, Bloom Lordmon here is falling a little bit. It's at $5 now, becoming a little more reasonable, which is very nice. Maybe even drops to 4. I don't know. I personally got these cards when they were like $1 or $2, but that's okay. Maybe you want to try and grab them for $5, or maybe you want to try to catch a larger dip than this. Maybe they might hit 4. They could. So keep your eyeball on it. Sukuimon main mode is in an interesting spot as it's pretty much hovering on the same price. Yeah, this card's very good. This is a very good card. I think what people realize, and you might want to consider the alternate version for this as well, but if a card like main mode exists, if Sukuimon continues to get support, or we randomly get good option cards that cost 5 or less, yellow options that cost 5 or less, or maybe even really good plugins down the road, main mode might be something you consider picking up down the road. But when you consider picking it up down the road, it'll be a lot more expensive. We haven't seen main mode's price really change that much. I'd probably try to grab it for $3-4 now if you can, to maybe celebrate in the future if we ever get that stuff. You never know. Crimson Blaze. Not the pre-release version this time, but the regular good old uncommon version. Actually not that much left on the market. If you think about it, we're down to 2 pages of listings, and they've been selling nearly every day. Every day. People are buying it. I would probably make sure that if you can't afford the pre-release versions of the card, I would make sure you have your copies of this card before it becomes potentially a $2, $3, $4 uncommon, maybe more. It is a very good card, this format, just letting you guys know. Next is Alt-Art Death Xmon, who is on a climb. Alt-Art Death X is on a climb here, while regular old Death X is on the decline. Very different. It now seems to be settling around 75, and a few more ones after that. My recommendation is try to grab this card like on Marketplace or something for $75 while you still can, before it gets back up to that 80 and continues to climb. That's what I would do. When I see low listings like this, back in my day, when I was newer and wanted to get deals on cards, I'd go to TCG Player, and if I saw something that was like one lower listing, and then I saw another listing that's much higher, what I would do is, if I wanted a card, I'd go to someone and be like, hey, this card, I can buy this right now for this price. You want to sell to me for that price? And they'll be like, yeah, I guess. And it's that simple. People will do that all the time. They will. People like money sometimes, and people don't like to wait. People in businesses also like to keep their cash flow going. I've sold Death X's for 68. I've sold Death X's for 88. I've sold all Dark Death X's for a lot of money too. It's just something you gotta do. So try to get a good deal for the Death X before it climbs back up. That's my recommendation. Black War Greymon alternate art. It's dropped a few bucks. And to be honest, depending on how much play Black War Grey sees in EX3, it might continue to drop before the BT11 hype happens. Again. The hype will happen again, guys. Ultimate Cups are coming up. We got one this weekend. We got one the following weekend. If Black War Greymon does not top those tournaments, this card, this alternate art version, might dip a little bit, and that will be your chance to grab it. Also keep in mind, as we approach the season of Black Friday, that things will be lower. They will just be lower. People will be giving out sales. You know, I'm planning a big fucking 30% off singles sale on Black Friday. Just a little hint. You might want to join my Discord or something like that. But I'm planning on doing something big like that. And other operations will be doing that as well. So this is not the price to grab War Greymon at, in my opinion. I would wait a little bit to grab it. Examon time. That keeps shooting up. I made my Examon speech last video, so I'm not going to go into it again. But it's soaring, soaring, soaring. If you don't have them now, you got two choices. You either buy them now if you think that Examon is going to do something at the Ultimate Cups, or you wait and hope it does nothing. If it does nothing, it'll fall in price. If it does a lot, well, I'm sorry about your luck. So take that information as you will. It is a gamble. I have mine. I don't really care. I don't need any more Examons. If you believe in Examon and you believe you'll make some quick bucks, buy some Examons. If you don't have belief, then hope you're right. That's my recommendation for this card. Yes, and that applies for the regular art as well. This card, I've been staying away from this card, if you guys have noticed. This card's been crazy for a little bit now. I've purposely chosen to ignore it. The reason why is because this just is insane. It's basically BT11 hype that's causing this card to exceed its value right now. I think that while it continues to be in the upward trend, which is really what's happening now, you might be able to get it cheaper than this price. I'm acknowledging it, saying that you might be able to get it cheaper than this price. And I would definitely try. If the Black War Greymon decks again, or the War Grey X, doesn't do anything in the X3 Ultimate Cups, you'll get a chance to get this card for lower, and then you do need it for BT11. You really, really do. I'm telling you right now. You might want that card for that set. Just saying. There you go. Gallantmon Crimson Mode alternate art is on the climb. People are realizing this card is good, and people are realizing that this card with the BT12 support is also good at that point in time. You might want to grab it before it becomes ridiculous. Being an alt art in EX2, EX2 is not the easiest set to get a hold of anymore. That could cause this card to really climb one day. So there you go with that. Sakuyamon alternate art, another EX2 alternate art, is down in price because Sakuyamon's just not doing anything right now. You can probably wait a little bit and get it for cheaper. You can probably wait a little bit. Imperial Digimon Fighter Mode, the other secret rare in EX3. It was way lower than this. It was way lower than this, I believe. If we look, yeah, 21, yeah. This card had a low period. It really did. Hype has seemed to evolve it. This is very similar to the whole, if this does well in Ultimate Cup, this will do well and the price will go up type thing. Same applies for the alternate art. I don't think this deck has as much of a chance of doing well as Examon does, in my opinion, and just based on playtesting. But this deck, when it high rolls, it high rolls the fuck out of you. And there's nothing you can do about it. So, take that information as you will. Some lucky souls might try to play the Imperial Digimon Fighter Mode red-purple deck and see what happens. And if they get lucky, this price could stay around for a bit. Iron Mako alternate art is down. Grab it now. You can get some copies for 23 bucks, maybe 24 bucks. Maybe snaggle some cheaper copies. Haggle some cheaper copies. I don't know where snaggle came from. It's a funny word. It really is. But yeah, the Beelzemon support, and we all know Beelzemon's good. Yeah, we know. We know. You should get this card sooner rather than later. Next up is Blossomon from the Tamer Party pack. It's slowly been climbing, as you can see the sold listings here. But you have a chance to get this card now for really cheap. Some sellers dumped some on the market. You have an opportunity to grab the max rarity of this card for a good time. Don't miss your opportunity if you want this card. Hydramon, or Hydrussi as we call it, down. Under 20 for the alt art. Grab these before the Ultimate Cup is my suggestion, because it might go up in price. It might. And if it doesn't, oh well. Store Champion Quadramons have been on the up and up and up. Some sellers have decided to list some copies for cheaper, but there's not a lot. You buy these 9 copies for 23 to 25 bucks, then it's 27 bucks with shipping, and then it goes from there. You have an opportunity to get this card for really cheap, and this card is super mandatory in my opinion in Examon. If Examon does well, this card is going to the moon. Maybe not to the moon, but it'll fly high. It'll fly high. I wanted to bring your attention that this very adorable alternate art of Jagamon from BT1 exists. French fries. It's cute. It's cute. Don't buy this card for $6, but it's cute. Madoki Betamon is on the up again. People realizing that memory deniers are good, and people realizing that there's not as many of these as they thought. Flybolt, we'll see this eventually too, but Madoki Betamon right now is the better staple and harder to get. So grab, either wait for it to cool down, or grab them now and try to sell high. It's up to you. Guilmon talks. To the moon. And to the moon. You can force a buyout on this card and sell for bigger if you wanted to. Same with this version of it. Guilmon is a very exciting card right now and in the future. So, there you go. There's that. Salamon Tournament Pack, $5. Down all the way. There's a little Patamon for our Patamon Market Watch this week. This is a fine price to grab this card. It might even go lower than this, to be honest. But if you really want this EX1 Salamon for some reason, not a bad time to do it, to be honest. We have Altar Creepmon at $10. It's been slowly going up. My recommendation is you grab this card before potential any deck out strats or 7 Great Demon Lord strats exist that break this card. Worst case scenario, you spend $10, you never get it back, or more if you buy more than this. But it has the potential for some very big upsides. I have a few Altar Creepymons that I'm just sitting on, waiting, patiently waiting for some hype. I do personally. I'm okay with it. Dobermon is another card you might want to have. If you guys, I'm not going to spoil the sauce in this video. If you guys know the sauce, you might want to make sure you have this card very soon. If you don't know the sauce, I would find out the sauce, and then I would try picking up this card. Next up is Jerry. So Jerry had its hype buyout, and now people only have it listed for $20 and higher. This seems like the new price for Jerry for the time being. You either take advantage of this price and try to sell them for bigger later, or if you think that the hype is going to calm down on this card. Because no listings have really sold for $20, so it might cause a crash in order to move the card. You might want to wait. That's what I would do if you want this card. Just wait. Don't try to be a big baller. While you might get rewarded, you also may get hosed. Box Topper Groundramon is at $17. If you bought this card for really cheap, congratulations, you're winning. Sell it. That's all I'm going to say right now. If you don't want this card, sell it. Just sell it. I sold this card, I think, for $8 on release. Maybe cheaper. I could be exaggerating. If you like free money, this is a good time to get it. I'm telling you right now. Marcus is a box topper that has gone up for obvious reasons and will continue to go up for obvious reasons. You might want to have your copies of this card. Azulongmon is an alt-art I've put here as a scapegoat that A, this might get good eventually, but B, you can buy EX3 boxes still, but you are really trying to high roll for the Examon or the secret rares, Imperial Fighter Mode or whatever, you also could just get hosed. I know I opened some booster boxes on stream of this set where I got hosed. Like, fucked. Not the nice way, the very bad way. So, keep that in mind. And finally, last but not least, Dynasmon alternate art. This is like a penny stock in my opinion that if you want to spend like $4 on it, maybe you do. Because we are getting Roll Knight support in BT13. Dynasmon could be part of that. We don't know. We'll see what happens. Just a speculation, if you will. That's all. That's it for this week's Market Watch. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. We covered a lot of stuff. And again, we do these so you guys can learn and make smart decisions. Hopefully. Have a nice day. Bye.